Should you tell your T about your DID? Hello and welcome to a new video of the Matryoshka system. My name is Amatist. If you break your leg, you go to a hospital and you say, I think I broke my leg. I'm not sure, but at least it really, really hurts. So can someone take a picture and have a look if it's really broken? You don't go to a hospital and say something is wrong, but you figure it out. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, even though I know where it hurts. But when it comes to therapists, sometimes that's what we do. So in this video, I want to talk about whom and whom we shouldn't tell about that we have the ID. If you already have a therapist for a couple of years or months and you haven't checked with them that you have the ID, I think it's a good thing to come out to them and to be honest and open. And if they are a professional therapist, they should accept that and at least figure out with you if that is a correct diagnosis for you. If you haven't been diagnosed in the past, I think if you have been diagnosed in the past, then maybe they can see that in your documentation, but I'm not sure how that works in other countries. If you are looking for a new therapist to work with, I really, really think you should look for a specialized therapist in DID and trauma. That might be hard for you to find in your region, or someone with an acceptable waiting list or a fee that you have to pay. Not everyone is able to go to a specialist. I'm not going to a specialist. I'm going to a trauma specialist, and she has worked with one DID patient before, and so I'm just glad I have a therapist, basically, because in my country it's pretty hard to find someone who is even willing to treat DID. So I'm glad I found someone. But it varies per country, where you live, what kind of insurance you have, all sorts of things. So I can't say it up for you. But if you're looking for a new therapist, please be open and honest that you have the ID. Why would you leave someone who's going to help you, who you seek out to help you, in the dark while you already know what's going on? I know it's a possibility that they will reject you or helping you. It's a possibility they reject the ID, but I would, before even going to a first conversation, say, I have the ID, are you treating people with the ID, and then go for a first meeting with them. I really don't see the point in going to therapy if you know you have the ID but not telling the therapist. How do you expect to get better if when we take the example of breaking your leg again, if they are going to put your arm in a cast, that's not going to help your leg. So yeah, plus I think you waste valuable time talking about things that maybe don't really matter, because you know what matter, but you won't talk about it with your therapist whom you pay to help you, right? So you have every right to be honest about what's going on with you. I think that's the whole point of therapy. Should you tell your doctor, your general practitioner? Probably, yeah. If they prescribe medication to you, I think it would be really good for them to know. You might have to explain what it is. I always test my doctors if I have a new one. I say, I have the ID, do you know what that is? And they say yes. And I ask them to explain it to me, and they don't really have a clue. So I explain to them, and I explain that it's okay for a professional to say, actually, I don't know what the ID is, or I don't know what this sickness or disorder you're talking about is, instead of saying yes and don't know what's going on. Same goes for psychiatrists or anyone else that can and does prescribe medication to you. They should know about your DID, in my opinion. And they are professionals. These people are professionals, so they should, have no problem with it. And if they do, then they are clearly not the right therapist or professional help for you. if we talk about partners, like if you just started dating someone, I understand it's not a nice subject to bring up and you might want to avoid it. But it's also kind of weird to like get someone to like you and then say, actually, there's like 26 others of me. Um, I'm very open about my DID. Like I won't even go on a date with someone if they don't know about my DID. I don't see the point in it. This is my life. This is my reality. This is my day-to-day life. I cannot hide it. And I don't want to hide it. Like I want to be able to be myself at all times, and that means collective me. So everyone should have that possibility, opportunity when it's appropriate. If you have been with your partner for a long time and you've known that you have the ID, but you've never been honest with them, I really think you should. If you care for your relationship and your partner, that is. Like, if you're just there but you don't care, then, it doesn't matter. But if you are in a relationship with someone you care about, then they should know about your DID. And also, I want to say, before you decide to marry someone or move in with them or have a baby, you should disclose to them that you have DID. I think that's really unethical if you don't do that. It's my personal opinion, but yeah. Family is a bit more complicated because often we have safe and unsafe family, and more often than that, we don't know whom is the safe and the unsafe family. So I can't really like advise randomly on the internet about this. I don't know you. I don't know your family. I don't know your history. I don't know you, because I don't know like who you are who's watching right now. So for myself, I have told my family when I got the diagnosis, because I wanted to know why I had the ID, and I thought my family would tell me why I had the ID. Unfortunately, they did not and said nothing ever happened, so I couldn't have it. And I'm still in the process of working on this, so I can't disclose too much in this video about that, because I'm not sure if my family is watching this channel or not. So yeah. If you have safe family, I would definitely disclose it to them, because it's important to have a good support network that can help you in times of crisis and need. And if you love and trust someone, then you should be able to I want to say expose yourself, but like be yourself, and that should be accepted by those who claim to love you, right? They should, like, yeah. With unsafe family, definitely don't disclose that you have the ID, and tell the people that you do tell. Like, if you tell your aunt that you have the ID, but you have an uncle that's unsafe, make sure you tell the aunt not to tell the uncle. Like, yeah. With your friends, I think it depends on your level of friendship. For me, I have some friends that know I have the ID. I have some friends that watch this channel and they know what's going on in my life. I also have friends who don't know, and I don't feel the need to disclose this with them, because we don't have that kind of relationship. We have a different type of friendship where we're not as emotionally invested in each other. And at this time, I don't feel the need to share with them what's going on. There has been a time in my life where it was unavoidable. Like, I would switch too often and I would get triggered too easily, so there was no point in not telling people, because I was like just out of control at that time. But I don't experience that much anymore. I can still get triggered, but if that would happen, I could also like give an explanation afterwards to them. So I haven't done it up front. But if I'm dating someone, yeah, I'm definitely telling them. I will make a next video about dating and some of my experiences with that. If you're interested in that. So thank you for watching. I hope this was like I don't know, maybe helpful to you, and at least you know our opinion or my opinion on whom you should and shouldn't tell about your DID and that your system. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.